Hi everyone, my name is Shaheen Nouri. I'm an associate attorney with Butler, Weimiller, Katz, Craig in Tampa, Florida. Today I'm going to talk about mediation in the context of first-party property losses, and I'm going to leave you 3 tips to hopefully make all mediations a little more fruitful moving forward. Mediation is a dispute resolution tool that allows the 2 parties in a lawsuit to come together and, with the presence of a mediator, discuss the differences in the case and use a method called shuttle diplomacy. The mediator will shuttle negotiations back and forth between the parties and their lawyers. One tip for mediation would be to select the right mediator. That's not just to say that you are looking to select a mediator based on their experience or based on their reputation, but specifically you want to look at whether or not this mediator has been able to resolve cases dealing with insurance policies and provisions of the policies. This is very important because the mediator is really going to be acting as the voice for you and your client. The second tip for successful mediation is to make sure you're capitalizing on the opportunity to ask the right questions. Let's say that in a mediation, the plaintiff is demanding a certain amount of money based on a repair estimate. This is a good opportunity in a mediation to ask the mediator to find out what is the plaintiff's position and support for some of the areas and line items in their repair estimate. You'd be surprised oftentimes what that reasoning leads to, and you can then use that to better communicate your client's position in the context of the opposing party's position and really help them understand why there are some differences in the case. That brings me to my third tip for successful mediation. It's very important to be patient in a mediation and understand that sometimes a point cannot be made as easily to the other side as you and your client might think. Understand the mediator is doing their job to convey your position and then to convey the opposing party's position as clearly and precisely as possible. This takes time. Sometimes a mediation leads to an impasse. Sometimes it resolves a case. But it's important to remember that despite the desire for mediation to lead to a settlement, that's not always the best result. And it's okay. Mediation can be a successful tool in litigation regardless of whether or not you arrive at a settlement or arrive at an impasse.